Welcome to Booze and Glues, a justifiable excuse for two friends to spend time together, cross crafts off their to-do list, and, of course, drink. With glue guns and wine glasses at the ready, join Jessye Shepherd and Tabitha Davis as they attempt to simultaneously chat, craft, chug and charm. Will they consume alcohol? Definitely. Will they actually accomplish anything? Debatably. Will they bitch and complain? Inevitably. Will it be a bloody good time? Absolutely. And if things don't turn out just as planned, well, that's okay too. Because booze!
Take three. Hey, so
I feel like I'm on a movie set.
We experienced a little bit of technical difficulties, so this is going to be the second time around for a bit of this. But I
can rant the same.
This is Booze and Glues.
Booze and I do's.
Booze and I do's. Because somebody's getting married, and it's not me.
Yeah.
Or me.
One of my high school friends, I was always called J. Shep in high school. Like, I know, weird, stupid, whatever. My name is Jessye Shepherd, J. Shep, okay?
Get it. So
we're planning our reunion, and one of my friends, like, J. Shep, you're engaged. And I'm like, I am. And he's like, I said, my name's going to be different at the reunion. You're not even going to recognize me. And he was like, I don't know about that. And I was like, well, you have to call me J-Bar now.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'll think about it.
I'll think about it. I'm not sure about that.
I was like, okay.
Well,
I don't know how I'm feeling about this.
I think this first one turned out very okay, and the next one you smooshed together a little bit more.
Because it's hard to get the whole circle.
If you haven't guessed, I'm Tabitha.
I'm Jessye.
And we're making crafts.
Trying.
Jessye is, tying the knot.
Tying the knot. 144 days.
Oh, lordy. I don't know how you're living with the countdown, for real. It's, so stressful.
It is.
So, yeah.
Nothing is more stressful than...
We're working on some, Dice for Giants.
Dice for Giants for Big Fat Yahtzee on the lawn.
Is it really to play Yahtzee specifically?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. I like Yahtzee.
Me too.
Then people are going to be kind of wasted to even care if they're not perfectly circled.
Well, but I want these for my life.
Yeah, she also wants to play Yahtzee other times.
Yeah, what time are you going to be sober playing Yahtzee in the yard?
She has to have a marriage after a wedding. Right? Yeah, that's right.
I'm not a fan of these. I don't even like this one.
I like that one. Well, we can make a smaller circle somehow to stamp. Oh, I wonder if I have a circle stamp. That would probably be harder to control than the brush you have.
Yeah.
Why not just get sticky black dots and just...
That seems way too easy.
Brad.
And not permanent enough.
Sticky. Well, I'm going to spray them. Or, wax them or something.
I know, but when you, put,
yeah,
varnish over anything that's adhesive, it just, curls up and dies.
Then scorch it.
Ooh, what if we burn?
I thought about that, and then I was like, what a pain in the ass.
But I really want an excuse to buy wood-burning stuff. Remember we were going to do something wood-burning a while back, and I got real excited and shopped them up on Amazon.
So then can we call this today dice and make them a different day?
Yeah, I guess so. We can write something cute on my chalkboard.
Okay. Well, congratulations. Dice has been made.
We
that
can keep
means I can
them.
just rant.
We can keep painting them like this.
No, that was seriously the worst. And I don't even really like that either.
Because
I think I'll like them burnt. I honestly think that's what I'll like, and I was really avoiding doing that.
Okay.
Because I keep making things more complicated than they need to be.
Yeah, no, I like it. I'm down.
Okay, we're gonna burn.
We're gonna
have a burn party.
And it was really funny. Whatever it was that I was thinking I was gonna burn, I was like, I feel like I have wood burning stuff. and I couldn't find it. And then I think I was talking to my sister-in-law, and she was like, "Oh, I have wood burning stuff," and I was like, "Yes." So we could just borrow hers.
Great.
Yeah. Okay, so now we have a plan. How are we gonna get the black shit off of there? Sand them?
Yeah, I'll sand them. I'll take them home and like I'll use my electric sander, and maybe I'll try to make the edges more round.
So it's more like a dice.
Yeah.
More like a die.
But you could still go on your rant.
Okay, here's my rant.
Here's the rant.
I'm getting married. Vendors, I feel like they should have information and they should be ready to give it to you instead of them just ask you what you want. Because who really knows exactly what they want?
Probably some bridezillas come in. Like, this is what you're going to do. To these specifications.
I've been trying, I think the thing that's frustrating me the most is I've been trying really hard to, like, not do that. So, like, with my wedding dress, I was like, I'm not going to come in with one thing that I like and only want that and not be able to get that. So I was really super open-minded. I was like, I'm going to try on all these different types of things. And then that was frustrating, and it frustrated the consultant lady because she couldn't help me get what I wanted.
Right.
And then, so it frustrated everybody that day. And then I go in the flower shop. I'm like, I just like flowers. I don't really know. What is pretty? What's in? What's working? And they're like, what do you want? I'm like, I don't know. I don't work with flowers all day, every day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like I don't really know because I made my own bouquets for my wedding, but I feel like when you see movies and you go in and you go, oh, what kind of flowers are you gonna have? Like they like are just like grabbing stuff out of buckets and like, oh,
like,
what about something like this?
I'm like, why the fuck don't they have pictures of like brides that they've done before?
When you go to a photographer and you like look through portfolios, you get to be like, oh, these are things that you've done.
Right.
Yeah, why don't they have bouquets?
I don't know. Have a book of pictures of bouquets you've done. And
because then you can at least
wow,
go, oh, I like
love
this.
That. Well, I know, because when I'm like, I'm Pinteresting stuff, I don't know if that's something you can, like, do. I don't know if that's, like, the most, I tend to have really expensive taste.
Right.
So, like,
I picked these rare flowers that are only grown on a mountain in Japan. Right. Yeah.
So,
well, it would be nice to at least be like, oh, I really like the style of this one, but I want these colors or something along those lines so that you don't, end up with,
so she gave me homework
for this specific thing.
Right. She gave me homework to, like, look at stuff and send her pictures of what I like so she can bring it all together into mine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I do photos for people, I usually am asking, like, do you have a certain feel that you want or like a certain style that you're into? You know, especially now with like Pinterest and stuff, everyone's got their, board of ideas and they're like, oh, I want to do the thing with the couch in the middle of a field. Mm-hmm. Which you want to do the thing with the couch in the middle of a field, right? So it's like everybody's got their concept of like, this is the style I want, or I want to do the old barn thing, or Yeah. So I think that it's good to like have some ideas, and I'm always encourage people like send me some ideas of stuff that you like. It doesn't mean I'm gonna copy that exact same picture, but it just gives me an idea for like what you're looking for overall, like the vibe.
But also, it's my first appointment, so like, and I told her, I'm like, I don't know what my budget is. I don't know how much this costs. So why do you need to have what I want in order to give me like an exact price? I want like this kind of a bouquet is this much money. Right. This kind of bouquet is this much money. This kind is this much money.
I don't think that's unreasonable.
But
like, if you're looking at mainly roses, for 6 bouquets, you're going to be around,
I think that they don't really do it by flower price. Because when she handed me all these white flowers, and I'm like, okay, so which ones of these are like within that quote you just gave me? And she's like, all of them.
Oh.
And I'm like, she's like, I wouldn't do that to you. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not a florist. I thought all flowers cost different amounts of money.
You would think they do. I mean, if you get a flower, like a bouquet full of baby's breath, it better be less expensive than a bouquet full of roses.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, it was weird. It was just weird. And so, like, I have a hard time because it's all this stuff I don't know that much about. And then people expect me to know what I want.
I'm picturing your bouquets have, like, some succulents in them.
I'm not actually doing succulents in my bouquet. but probably on the tables.
See, we just determined what you want. You just made a decision. You're like, no, succulents. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know. But I told her I wanted eucalyptus and white flowers. I just didn't know which white flowers.
Or apparently which type of eucalyptus.
Which type of eucalyptus?
I didn't know there were so many kinds of eucalyptus. Like, honestly,
There's tons.
I'm just like, that's what bears eat. And I think I'm kind of allergic to it, honestly.
Well, she says she's really allergic to one kind, so she tries to push people away from using that one.
Okay.
This lady was slightly strange.
Figure out what it is and order lots of it.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I know I want to go with that company. It's the Little Red Hen. They do wedding stuff, too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally see wanting to, like, support them.
So, and they have, like, a killer deal. If I pay for it this month, it's 25% off.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
What I was telling my parents.
So your budget can be 25% more than what you thought it was.
Right.
Whenever you figure out what that is.
Yeah. So I told the moms, I was like, I don't really, like, that seems like a decent price, like, whatever they gave me. I was like, that seems like a decent price. I don't really want to look around because I'd rather give my money to them than Flowers by Rochelle.
Is that a business in town?
Yeah.
That's not a great name.
Her name's Rochelle.
I don't mean her name isn't a great name. I mean, like, she couldn't come up with something more original for the business title?
Nope.
Ugh, I don't like the name Rochelle.
Oh, who gave her that?
I mean, she shouldn't name her shop Flowers by Tiffany and then be like, hi, I'm Rochelle. But she could have come up with something more interesting.
She could have. Yeah.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I like a good pun in a business name. Like, those are always fun.
Yeah.
A little double entendre or something.
I'm trying to think of...
I don't know what goes with Rochelle. Maybe that's why she just went by with Flowers by Rochelle. She couldn't... Nothing rhymes.
Like, pedal and have a picture of a bike. But really, you're with some flowers in the basket.
Oh, petals.
Yeah.
Oh, cute. See, that's a great one. This is why Jessye should be doing advertising and marketing.
That's what I thought I wanted. But nope. Social services. That's where I ended up.
You know, life takes us down strange paths.
Working with kids.
Yeah.
I don't really work with kids, but...
You work adjacent to kids.
I see them sometimes.
Yeah. They're just like over there and you're working.
I heard this sweet, sweet story about one of our foster kids. And he was going to get a new foster sister. And they were going to pick her up. And the social worker...
I feel like you were going to say pick her out. And
No.
I was like, because...
No, pick her up.
We had too many conversations about the Humane Society today already.
And on the way there, the social worker was, like, talking to him, like, remember when your first day of foster care, you were scared, like, you didn't know what to expect, and you were, like, old enough to know what's going on. She's younger, you know, she might not be very nice, but treat her nice, blah, blah. And apparently he, like, held her hand the whole way to the car, and, like, the whole car ride was telling her, like, these foster parents are really nice, and they make sure we're safe, and you're gonna have a cute bedroom, and, like, the whole time just telling him about how great her life is gonna be at this new house until her parents are better.
Oh my god.
Well,
That's like the most precious thing.
I was like...
And also kind of heartbreaking.
It's so heartbreaking, but I'm like, that is so...
But just, they do it in front of the parents, right? But as soon as they get behind closed doors, he's like, all right, we got to find a way to get the hell out of here. These people are crazy.
No.
Actually, they are legitimately with the best family they could ever be with.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Like, the coolest people ever. I would live with them.
You're like, can you adopt me?
Yeah, I'm like, I love you guys.
I want to be your kid.
Please
You
be
can
my
pitch
mommy
in for
and
my
daddy.
wedding.
No, the mom, she's a doctor in psychology.
Dang. Oh, you do not want to live in that household. I always feel like the worst possible thing that you could have for parents is a pocket full of jangly change. Brad, you are not on your game tonight.
Brad is a noisy.
You can't hear me.
Yes, I can.
Well, okay, excuse me.
I can hear you.
The mic can't pick me up.
We care about us, not the people.
I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me. The
He's
mics can't
listening
hear me.
Straight in the face and goes, "You can't hear me.
I'm a ghost.
I'm not here."
No, your headphones can't hear you.
Yeah, your ears are muffled.
Right, and my ears are connected to the mics. Yeah, Jesse's drink noise makes more noise than I do.
Let's chew some ice.
That didn't pick me up either.
No, I feel like having like psychologists or psychiatrists for parents would make you like the most fucked up kid.
I think it depends.
I mean, if they leave it at work and don't like
Right.
psychoanalyze you all day, everything you're doing, I would drive me insane.
my boss, his mom is a therapist and he's a therapist.
Okay.
So apparently it was all right because he's like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah. I feel like I mean, maybe I'm like splitting hairs, but I feel like there's like a difference between like being like a therapist or like a family counselor and being like a psychiatrist.
That's true. Well, she's a psychologist, so she doesn't do meds either.
Yeah. She doesn't get the real crazies.
Which I don't really know.
Which
don't really
I
know what being
say
a doctor of psychology
with so much
entails.
love because I'm crazy and on meds.
Go meds.
Hey, if you need them, take them. Seriously. There's no shame in it. I mean,
Thank you, science, for finding ways
seriously.
to fix things.
Back in the 50s, I would have just been hysterical.
Brad's giving me like
Few
look of
years
death,
before
like
that.
I just said the most like racist thing I've ever said or something.
Yeah, Jessye, you should write me something really cute on
I
my
can do that.
little chalkboard. This is the one that's...
What you want, girl?
I don't know. It's the one that hangs on my little basket we made.
So like,
Draw a
January
dick.
is for fucking. Oh
Yes.
my gosh,
I don't know if that's what we want. Kids and stuff.
we got. That's how they came into the world.
And then you're just like, oh my gosh, I have a story.
Oh well, it's about dicks
Yeah.
and drawing dicks.
Mm-hmm.
And watching American Vandal.
Yes.
Well, yes, but no. So, we got a new game from Jake and Emily for Christmas. It's called Scrawl.
Okay.
Have you ever played Telestrations? Wendy has the game Telestrations. I don't know if she's ever done it.
I feel
Have you
like
played?
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
like
Pictionary and
it's like
telephone.
yes, I always want to call telephone elephant. I don't know why.
because that's the word you always say.
is that why?
It's because when they like, yeah, it's
Because I always want to call it elephant, and I'm like, it's not called elephant.
well,
I think in other countries it's called something else too. It's not called telephone. It's called like Chinese whispering or something like that.
that's racist.
It's from like Australia. They're very racist in Australia.
I mean, you know about our history, right? We're so clean. We're good.
We've never treated anybody wrong.
No, never. No,
We're
no.
being sarcastic in case you can't hear it.
If they can't hear the sarcasm, they should turn it off.
I just feel like maybe we should clarify. People
Yes.
are like, they don't think we ever treated anybody poorly.
Well, 2/3 of us are black, so
No, that's not true.
Also, we're white as can be, okay?
Yeah.
well they don't know that. Now they do.
I've
Really?
seen our pictures, Brad.
And listen to me.
I know, right? Can we sound more like super
More like
pale
basic-
valley girls?
Basic bougie bitches.
Why can't
Okay, can I
Brad-
tell you about Scrawl?
tell me about Scrawl?
So, it's like, you get a card and it's
dirty telestrations?
Yes, it's dirty
Okay.
like very dirty.
Oh.
Like out of this world dirty. It's weird.
Okay.
Like one of the cards is like Pinocchio in an orgy or something.
Oh, dear.
Like literally the weirdest things you've ever had to draw in your life. And so we're like playing and it's fun. So you draw a picture, the next person looks at your picture and they put like a new card on top of it. and then write down what they think you drew.
Okay.
And then you pass it again, and that person sees what they wrote, and they draw what that person writes, and so that it gets back to you, and you, like, explain the progression. You, like, show, like, I drew this, and Blake thought it was, like,
oh my gosh,
a Jewish strip club or something.
Right.
And then...
right. And then this person drew that, and
right.
then they thought, okay.
So it's funny, but Blake, like, we played for a few rounds, and he goes, I have literally never drawn so many dicks in a short amount of time. And I was like, this is really an inappropriate game.
Yeah, super.
Which works perfectly for you guys.
But it's fun. And then, of course, I told my boss about it, and he ordered it. And I'm like, I'm warning you, it's so inappropriate.
So
like,
who is he going to play it with?
Well, because that's what he's like. I said, there's telestrations. It's much more PG. And he's like, I don't have anybody be PG around. Who cares? Because, like, I mean, his oldest son's, like, 20, and his youngest was, like, 16 or 17.
Yeah.
But
that's funny.
I'm like, okay, well, play what you want. I'm going to let you know. You draw a lot of dicks.
Just be prepared. That should be, like, the subtitle. Scrawl. Get ready to draw a lot of dicks.
Well, on the cover, like, the box, it, like, says scrawl, and then it's, like, a hand, and it's, like, starting to draw a dick.
Nice.
It's an interesting game.
Well, it sounds like it'd be fun, though. I mean,
it's pretty fun.
Yeah. I feel like I always want to be, like, play games, like Pictionary or telestrations or things like that. But I feel like I never have willing participants. I'm always like, let's play games, and people are like,
I love playing games.
No.
We'll play games whenever.
We just need to get together and play games.
Yeah.
Yes,
Can
you
I
too,
come
Brad.
too?
Oh, my jeez.
But you're going to show up 3 hours late?
Right.
You're playing. Oh, you want to play dice, Brad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what my chalkboard should say. It used to say things about the month it was in, but it could say something seasonal.
Well, I mean, Jessye came up with a good one.
Pinterest it.
And it's a monthly. I mean, there's Valentine's
January
Day.
Sayings.
It doesn't have to be January sayings. It could just be sayings. Do you want to do this again in February?
I could.
I managed to write my own thing on it for 3 whole months and not hate my handwriting every day, so it was all right.
January opens the box of the year and brings out days
I'm done.
that are bright and clear, and brings out days that are cold and gray, and shouts, "Come see what I brought today."
Yes, please write all of that.
Did you want something for like the whole year?
That might be the worst thing I ever heard.
That is really bad.
Did you want?
January is... Oh, I can't read this font. January is here with eyes that keenly glow, and frost-mailed warrior striding a shadowy steed of snow. What?
I'm gonna pass.
Page 1 of 365.
Oh, God.
Oh gosh.
No! How about... I don't know. There's some pretty fun ones on here. Are you on
look,
Pinterest?
we can go with the snowflake theme. We are like a snowflake, all different in our own beautiful way.
I do have a lot of snowflakes out at the moment.
And the adventure begins. Hashtag 2018.
I typed in January sayings. Are you on Pinterest right now, or
No,
like
I'm
Google?
on Google.
Okay, because I was like, I'm coming up with way different stuff, like a bunch of birthday stuff, but also, and I don't know why this is a January saying. You're never dressed fully without a smile. No thanks.
How about this one's perfect.
Okay.
I miss everything about Chicago except January.
Yes, that's the one for sure. Everyone will just be like, "What is happening?" I've never been to Chicago.
Oh, I like this one for next month. Can we save this? Without Valentine's Day, February would be ... Well, January.
And what was so bad about Jeez, that's like, fuck you, January. Looking at him in the rearview mirror, flipping him off.
A snowflake is winter's butterfly.
Hey.
I'm crying. These are killing me.
Oh, I should be looking up New Year's quotes is what I should be looking at. But I did find one that I actually like, but I'm not going to say it.
Why?
Because I want to look at the New Year's quotes because they're funny. Yeah, there's mostly January birthday stuff, which I feel like is weird. Whoa, why does this say Stranger Things quotes?
January brings the snow, makes our feet and fingers glow.
Glow?
What are we, E.T.?
Also, I would say, if anything, it's going to make your feet and fingers black with frostbite. I do keep this. I have shoes in that basket. So I do think that this Stranger Things quote, which I find kind of like, really, this isn't a Stranger Things quote, of should I stay or should I go, appropriate. But it's not Stranger Things quote. I have to take offense.
Well, that was like the main song thing in the first season.
I'm perfectly aware, but I'm saying they didn't write it.
No, they didn't.
Okay, let's hear.
Some people are like clouds. When they disappear, it's a beautiful day.
God. Amen.
The worst.
That's great.
Oh my god, I love quotes. They kill me sometimes.
I just want to say some shit and put my name under it and get it floating out there in the
Right?
world.
Like, let's make up just something so crazy.
My goal for 2018 is to accomplish the goals of 2017, which I should have done in 2016 because I promised them in 2014 and planned them in 2013.
Amen.
How about we just write regulators mount up?
Like I said, 2/3 of this podcast.
I need to have January thoughts on December days. What does that mean?
This
I don't.
one
What does
isn't
that
even
mean?
spelt right. It says, I'm a day reamer and a night thinker. A day reamer.
Well, maybe it's a day reamer.
I'm a day reamer! Damn!
Oh my goodness. There's no place like home.
Oh my gosh.
That goes with the snowflakes, for sure. Not that we'll see snow.
Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first.
Oh, shit.
Like, what? Keep your eye on the donut, not the hole.
Okay.
I don't have a bucket list.
I feel like, sorry, go ahead.
I don't have a bucket list, but my fucket list is a mile long.
I was going to say, I feel like you could swap that around and you can be like, keep your eye on the hole, not the donut. This just says 2017. Thanks for the lessons.
Or I would put like 2017. Go fuck yourself. Today when the florist, this is really a sad story, I don't know why I'm laughing, but when the florist was like, oh, like, how many, like, grandparents do you have? Like, do you want them to have corsages and boutonnieres? She's like, how many grandmas do you have? I'm like, well, that one died. These ones are still alive. I was like, 3.
You could have asked me a year ago.
And then she was like, how many grandpas? And I was like, 3, 2, 1. And she was like, what? And I was like, I had 3 7 months ago. Now we have 1. He's Blake's grandpa. She was like, I'm sorry. This is awkward. I'm like, it's okay. It's cool.
It's not cool, but I mean, it's life.
It was just like so
I love
funny.
getting to make people so horribly uncomfortable. Sometimes it's like the only pleasure in things. It's like, oh, but now I get to do this to you.
Yeah. I was like,
Did I tell you about the group text I got?
no.
where
From people you know?
no, it's just like this random phone numbers, and it was like, "What time are you picking up, Mom?" And I responded, and I was like, "My mom's dead."
Truth.
And then the text back was like, "Oops, sorry, wrong number." And then I texted back, "That makes more sense." I was just like,
Are
"What
you
is
an
wrong with
angel?
you?"
Are you telling me I'm going to heaven today?
Did somebody dig her up?
That's bad.
Come on.
That's real bad.
I have decided that this will be a very good year. I haven't decided that.
All I know is I hope it's better than last year. That's my goal for 2017.
This is your year to sparkle. Show up every moment
Oh, my mother.
like you're meant to be there. Jesse's painting my floor.
I just got all the paint out of it, which was nice.
Oh, here's a Talkspace ad. It says, "Don't text your ex, text your therapist instead." Okay, can you write something on that for me? And no questions.
I have another, before you say it, I have another funny vendor story.
Okay.
So I called a DJ. He called me back. He's like, well, we're actually booked.
DJs are douchebags.
What?
no,
What are you
he
talking
was
about?
the
Bow, bow, bow.
He was the nicest guy I've ever met.
Like I said.
So he calls me back. He's like, you know, and like my message was just normal. Like on the thing he says, like on the machine, you know, it's like, tell us when your date is, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, hey, I'm Jessye.
Are you sure you didn't start with what?
Positive.
Because I know what happens when something's about to record. You like lose your mind. Hooty hoo.
No, I'm actually like one of the most loveliest people on the phone sometimes. Like at work, it's like a completely different. I'm like, hello, how's your day? Great. And then I hang up. I'm like, that person sounds like awful. But so I left this like normal message like, hey, my name's Jessye. I'm getting married June 2nd. Like wondering if y'all are available. And then he calls back. He's like, I just want to say, like, thank you for your lovely message. I'm like, you're welcome. And he's like, it was just so nice that you left your date. I could do some research beforehand. I could, like, talk to you and be more, like, informed. And I'm like,
Which means that the general population cannot
Don't,
follow
yeah.
simple commands.
So I'm like, no problem, dude.
And he probably gets 12 messages a day. They're like, hey, I want to see how much it's going to cost for you to be in my wedding.
Yeah.
You know, call me.
So he's like, I have awful news, though. He's like, we're all booked out that day. I'm like, that's cool. Like, you're the first DJ I called anyways. And,
Yeah.
like, I'm calling 4 months ahead of time.
You're like,
my bad.
you were my first choice.
And I called, like, the most popular one in town first.
Right.
I kind of figured he was booked. And he's like, I would love to get you, like, a list of other DJs that I know are good. And,
that's
like,
nice.
that we, like, you know, I always recommend. I'm like, that'd be great. So he, like, emailed me. And then he's like, so, like, are you guys set in stone on that date, though? You know, like, yeah.
Dude, I'm not changing my wedding so you can be my DJ.
I'm like,
I'm not that big of a fan.
yeah.
Unless you're David Guetta,
This,
I ain't doing it.
Right.
who?
And I'm like,
Kidding.
I'm like, you're kidding me, right?
You have to resend all those save the dates.
right. But so then he's like,
And then put featuring DJ.
the wedding DJ is what he's called. I mean, that's not his name, but that's the company name. So
What if he legally changed his name to The Wedding DJ?
that'd be great.
He
Yeah,
should.
so then he ends the phone call like, you know, like, I'm so happy for you. Like, congratulations on getting married. Like, nicest guy I've, like, literally ever spoken to in my life. He goes, if you ever need to, like, just talk to somebody or if you have questions about vendors, like, I'm always, like, willing to help and, like, let you know my experience with people. I'm like,
I
just,
get kickbacks.
like, just talk. Like, I just thought it was funny that he started off, like, if you ever need to just talk. I'm like,
Sounds like he needs someone to talk to. That's his cry for help.
Okay.
I'm
Now,
like, what?
this is perfect. Because what I want you to write on the sign is, say you're a guy. No? Nobody? I figured you'd at least know. Just write, say you're a guy, and then, like, put an ellipses.
Like a ...
Yes, that's what an ellipses is. Say you're a guy. So, on like a lot of podcasts, they have ads for Talkspace, which is an online therapy thing, and that was what I had just read. I was like, so you can call and talk to a therapist. But one
The
particular,
Dollop?
yeah, I figured you'd know right away.
Yeah.
One particular podcast, The Dollop, every week he does the ad and starts it with, like, say you're a guy and your buddy just ratted you out for working with Russia. Like, he just will, like, say something
Most
very
randomest
specifically that happened.
Like-
Obviously referring to Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Say you're a guy who is getting in a nuclear war fight with Kim Jong-un.
Who has a bigger nuclear button than South
Yes.
Korea. North Korea. Hello.
The Koreas.
Let's not bomb South Korea. Although I did hear this theory that maybe, well, we don't have to get into it. But maybe the Koreas get back together. And then what?
We're going to get the band back together. We're going to make it this time.
You're going to be on the drums. That looks fabulous. I love it.
Now I don't know where to go. It's like yours on to put it right there. Now to go.
That works.
Did you tell Jess we won last night?
I saw that you won.
She already
yeah.
knew.
Posted on the Woodstock. And then
You could be your own DJ.
Maybe that's my calling.
Maybe.
Maybe that is your calling.
I'm the next Jigga Julie.
You're going to be a VJ.
Remember when we VJ'd?
Church camp. It's important you put church camp.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you could say, go down for what?
Oh. Yeah, you could, I guess.
Because you're a VJ? Huh?
No.
Jigga Julie.
What's my name again? Jake. My brother had a class with Jigga Julie. There's a DJ. You can't even call her a DJ. She plays songs on the radio, and in the middle of it says like,
This is DJ Jigga Julie. That's what she does.
But
I mean,
Jake had a class with her once
like in college?
at Butte College, yeah. And he was like, she never said who she was. Like, you know, obviously
Right.
she doesn't introduce herself in college class. Like, I'm Jigga Julie.
Right. You might know me.
Right. So, like, you know, they call Julie in class or whatever.
Right.
Like, my brother's like, I never thought about it, but I was, like, listening to the radio one day on the way to class.
You're like,
and
I
then
know
she was
that person's voice.
Yeah, she was, like, talking, and I was like,
Oh,
that's Jigga Julie.
that's a terrible name, too.
Jigga Julie?
Yeah.
Jigga Julie?
Why?
Well, I mean, name a good DJ name.
Oh,
What
they're-
should mine be?
They're all awful.
What
They're
if I just...
terrible?
What do you think they make? Nobody listens to the radio anymore. It's probably not a lot.
Well, you're gonna be a wedding DJ?
No, I want to be on the radio, like, yo, yo, yo! And, like, tell all those stupid stories, like, did you hear what Kim Kardashian did this weekend? Oh, we'll tell you about it after this song!
There you go.
Is that your radio voice?
No, that's me making fun of the radio.
Maybe you can be like the first NPR DJ. You'd be like,
The ones that talk like this.
Hi,
Oh, that's
I'm
ASL.
Jessye.
She's in Bad Moms.
Hi, I'm Jessye.
Not Bad
I'm
Moms.
just gonna
Mom's Night Out.
on
One
a
of
gas
those
tire.
ladies. I don't know.
Is it not Molly Shannon?
Molly Shannon?
Oh, it is Molly Shannon. Yeah, superstar.
I loved that movie growing up.
Oh my
Just wanna
gosh.
say.
That was my favorite. Well, I mean, the movie is cute, but I loved the sketches. That was my, like, favorite thing. And actually, the other day, I was so stressed out that I have never actually, like, stress sweated before, but I literally did. And I keep seeing commercials for,
Why are
like,
you so stressed?
stress sweating, and I'm like, what? That's not a thing. And it literally happened to me the other day. And then I was like, oh my god, I feel like Molly Shannon. I need to, like, stick my hands in my armpits and then see if I smell. It was crazy. Just, you know, good times at work. Yeah, so apparently we have all the knowledge about 60s music and we were not aware of it.
That's hilarious.
We beat out old people. ...
Oh, I
forgot.
Yeah, we beat the old people who were alive in the 60s.
They might not have been all coherent,
We theorized that maybe they were doing a lot of drugs, and so they didn't remember, like, who sang what song.
It's the 60s, man.
But we wrote down some really sketchy shit because we did not know.
Oh, girl, you get a really important call from Alabama.
No. They're recruiting me for football. Alabama's still in the college football playoff.
Championship game was on Monday.
Sitch. No? Done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They did win.
Yeah. That's what they're calling me about.
That's Nick Saban?
I don't know anything about football. I mean, not college football, for sure.
I watched that game the other night. And actually...
Go sports.
Speaking of that, so, like, I'm watching... You know how usually on the TV there's commercials that are like, this is how I lost all this weight in this amount of time. Like, eat all these stupid meals, etc. So, and they're on, like, all the time. And then last night I'm watching TV, and I wasn't really watching the commercials, and all of a sudden I hear, like, I could not gain weight. Like, I just wanted to gain some weight. I was so skinny, I couldn't eat, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what's happening? And it was a commercial about a weight gainer.
Yeah.
And I was like, how funny that there's, like, commercials.
But, I mean, people use that for, like, they're saying, like, I'm skinny and I want to, like, gain a bunch of muscle and...
No, these were, like, people that, like, were anorexic, like, had like...
What if they...
Well, like, not their tagline, but it was like, do you have too fast of a metabolism? I'm like...
That's not a thing. It's totally a thing.
It is a thing.
We're totally wrong. I think that could be helpful for people who, like, went through some cancer.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's not who they were, like, marketing it to. It was weird. One guy was, like, an army guy that I think was trying to, like, gain muscle. Like,
I just want to look
chick
buff.
was, like, really, like, she looked sick looking in, like, her before picture.
Well, okay, so you legitimately... I know someone who had really high metabolism. I've known a few people. It was because their thyroid was out of whack. So, like, you need to deal with that shit.
Right. Yeah.
Not just, like, drink some protein shakes.
Yeah, it was just funny because I'm like, that is not usually what you see on TV, but I guess only on ESPN, you know, is where you're going to find how to gain weight.
I also think that, like, there is, like, a niche market for anything.
That is very true.
And, like, we are all so obsessed about our looks that somebody's, like, you know, going to find... There's commercials for, you know, grow hair, take hair off, get rid of hair forever. I mean, there's, like, everybody wants to do something different.
That's why they came up with a system called marriage, where you get married to one person, you're stuck with them for life, and you say, fuck it, I'm going to let my looks go.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Till they go, oh, you let your looks go, I'm going to leave you.
Yeah, that could always happen.
Well, the system was broken the minute someone figured that out. It was supposed to be for life.
Well, I think the nice
Ride or die.
though, about people's looks these days is, like, I feel like we're in a healthier place than we were, like, a decade ago.
Yeah, I think
Like-
we're definitely, like, scooching more toward, like, healthy body image and accepting people for
when it's not just, like,
who they are.
as skinny as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Right, but I mean, also, you don't want it to be like, everyone, it's okay to be really fat and not trying to make yourself healthy, because then you're going to get...
No,
You're going to be looking like the people off of Wall-E and shit.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. No. Whoa, look how much better that works.
Yeah. Jessye's handwriting's so pretty. You should be like a calligrapher. You should make handwritten wedding invitations for people.
Fuck that.
You can make so much money.
After
I mean, if someone's going to pay you like $60 per invitation to handwrite them so
like,
beautifully.
But I can really only typically write well for, like, the first couple minutes. And then it, like, gets sloppy.
So you just work on a couple. Like, and then
I'm gonna tell him, like, you have to be getting married 12 months from now for
Yeah.
this for you?
Don't come to me 4 months beforehand. I'm gonna need some time. I
Who are you
like
gonna
it.
bring to my wedding, Brad?
You say who or what?
Who? What?
What?
Well, don't you give them a present?
I mean, you can, I guess.
I'm gonna get you a puppy.
Oh no, you're smudging. Oh no. Do you want some?
No, actually,
You got it.
It came right off.
Don't get them a puppy. Blake was already googly-eyed over a bunch of puppies today.
Yeah, he was trying to get a puppy.
What kind?
At the Humane Society. I don't know. He liked them all.
Any.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get him a corgi.
That's
Aw.
really not what he's into typically.
They're so cute. Chubby little guys.
Blake's likes dogs that he can, like, play with.
I'm sorry, can you not play with that?
Well, they're, like, fat and, like, wobbly, you know? They're not really, like...
I'm fat and wobbly.
Bochi's itty bitty, but he's never done playing.
Well, I don't even think itty bitty is the issue. It's, like, I don't feel like corgis are, like,
Playful.
yeah, like, take me on runs and play fetch with me.
They're more like, why don't we just Netflix and chill?
Like, look at my little butt.
Well, I want a corgi.
You can get... I'm not saying they're bad.
You can have a corgi. Just don't buy her one for her wedding gift.
Fine then.
Please don't buy it.
Please.
Okay, but I don't care what you buy.
Oh.
Like,
Okay,
I'm
on
not
the bottom
asking
of your
what you're
invitations, you're now going to have to put no corgis.
No
Please,
corgis.
no dogs as gifts. Thank you.
You're going to have to specifically write on Brad's +1, human only.
Actually, the lady that owns the place would be really mad if you brought a guy.
A
I'm
dog.
writing a dog.
You can bring a guy if you want to. We're cool.
She actually
Nope.
is kind of religious. She might not be, but I did invite a gay guy, so she kind of had to live with that. But I
Yeah.
also am not giving him a +1. I don't think.
But if she's like renting her venue out, she doesn't get to say you can't invite somebody.
No, I know she wouldn't.
Okay, I'm like,
But
come
she did
on.
tell me that I can't have a Wiccan ceremony.
Okay,
Makes sense.
that's real specific.
Didn't I tell you that? The jumping over the broomstick, which we looked up, and it's not even Wiccan, but...
No, they used to do that. Wasn't it Italian initially?
No, I think it was, like, African-American.
Well, I know that people have done that, like, traditionally because it was, like, in really hard times when there wasn't the availability to, like, have a wedding ceremony. It was, like, a way to have a ceremony. She told you couldn't jump over a broomstick?
Yeah.
Specifically. There would be nothing more in my life that I would want to do than jump over a broomstick.
I know, but you're like that.
Can we just put a broomstick at the end of your aisle?
Oh my gosh, that video that I tagged you in
What?
of the chick sawing off her fingers and flipping her parents off.
Yes.
Brad, have you seen this?
No, and I'm horrified too.
No.
No, it's not.
Oh my god, it is the funniest video I have ever seen.
And then did you read the comments? I made the mistake of reading like one guy's comment and then I was like, ugh. Because of course somebody has to be like, why would you encourage, this is just the corruption of our youth. Why would you encourage this child to flip people off? It was ridiculous.
Oh, I did see this. Mm-hmm.
It kills me.
She's not flipping them off. She's saying like,
She's just showing
my
like,
finger's
look,
fine.
I just sawed my finger, but I love that she's like so in tune with her life that her mom's like, watch her finger, and she's like, fuck, like she literally is like giving her that look of like, fuck you, bitch, I can do what I want. Like,
I'll cut my finger off if I want to. Seriously.
the look she gives though is like,
Like this? Exactly like this? Don't do this? Specifically?
it kills me.
I'm serious. Can I make you some kind of really cool decorative situation where you guys hop over it at the end of the aisle?
Please no.
And then it's like, ooh, guess who jumped over a broomstick?
Just sit in the front with the broomstick and then accidentally drop your broomstick.
Can I have like a broomstick fashioned into an umbrella
There you go.
and then discreetly place it? Come on. She's like, no, don't do it.
Don't do it.
So, specifically, you were not supposed to have a Wiccan ceremony?
Mm-hmm.
And she thought that the broomstick was Wiccan?
Okay, well, there really is, like, a story behind it.
Okay.
So...
Like her own story? Like, she let this happen once and
No.
shit went down.
So, okay. So, it's like my mom's best friend's brother's house, right?
Yes.
This is where we know this place. And...
Make me a comma after say.
But I thought it was like...
Usually it's like, say you're a guy.
Okay.
Nice.
So there's a reason.
A person.
Somebody wanted to get married at her house that's fucking crazy. And she, like, is Wiccan. But this is, like, really against this lady's beliefs.
Right.
And
Because
so
the Bible
she-
says don't
Right.
practice witchcraft.
Right.
I mean,
Which is fine.
up to a bunch of
And at
interpretation,
this
but
point,
okay.
she's not, like, a business. So she can tell
Right.
whoever they can or can't get married at her house.
This
So-
isn't a Hobby Lobby situation.
Right. So she told her, no,
Nah.
you can't get married at my house.
Yeah.
And then turned around and told me I could.
Gotcha.
But her qualification was that I didn't do anything weird like jump over a broomstick. It has to be like a Christian wedding. I'm like, well, it's not really going to be like crazy,
Now,
like
but
godly.
isn't the the reception also there?
Yes.
So it has to be a Christian wedding, but she's cool with people like drinking and partying.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was drinks at hers.
Just
What about fornicating?
Please don't fornicate there.
now
Okay.
I specifically want to fornicate there.
OMG.
Could you imagine raising me? Like, could you imagine being my parent? It must have been
I feel
awful.
like this needs like something, but I also don't want to like ruin it.
I don't know what other something is, but
We can like
yeah, you can do some doodly doos.
like some. Oh, can I make little penises?
No, my children are gonna look at this.
Make a discreet looking
They
penis.
won't know what
A
it is.
discreet penis. They do know what penises
They
are. They're
don't.
boys and they have them.
They don't know what penis is.
Yes, they,
They
do.
don't know what it does.
I had to. Yeah, they do. I had to take off the penises that you drew on that.
Have you ever seen them tug
Oh,
on
did I
it?
do that?
You drew a penis and a vagina
Oh,
Yep.
that's right.
on the front door sign.
I did do that.
They stayed there for a little bit because
It was discreet.
there was a whole and there was like a whole bunch of like fall stuff and like hay bales and stuff, and so it was like not like you could really see it. But then when I went to take like all that stuff out and put the Christmas thing on, I was like, yeah, that's definitely just a penis down there. So it had to go. Now what am I gonna do with the rest of that board? It just says welcome.
Oh, are you not having something in front of it?
Not really.
Welcome. We love you.
Welcome, strangers.
When is it Girl Scout season?
Welcome, travelers.
When does Girl Scout season happen?
Bring me Thin Mints.
'Cause that's actually-
Exactly. Give me your cookies, bitch. Sorry.
Brad, do you call little girls bitch? That's too far.
Well,
I'm going to say that's too far.
they're always trying to mug me for money.
Like,
Girl
okay,
Scouts are vicious.
I don't like when this thing doesn't let me do like teaspoons. Like, what is like a gram of salt?
I don't know. Can you do a pinch?
No, there's kilograms, ounces, grams, or pounds.
Jeez.
I mean, obviously they're all 0 calories, but I like to keep track of my sodium.
Ugh. I don't know. What's a gram of Coke look like? I don't
Really not sure.
But that might
How
give
many
you an idea.
grams of salt in a teaspoon?
I'm going to say...
The answer is about 10.6 grams.
So I wouldn't even say I had a teaspoon.
A teaspoon is a lot.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go like 5 grams.
I don't think you had a half a teaspoon. What about welcome
Boobies.
boobies?
Hooray for boobies.
I don't know if that's the message I want on my front porch.
Who doesn't like
Come on!
boobies?
Welcome January. You're just February without Valentine's Day,
Well,
apparently.
What isn't February the like breast cancer awareness month?
No, that's October. February is Black
Wow.
History Month.
Well, I got nothing for boobies in that.
Okay. So, I think we're going to wrap it up, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more to talk about, but we just missed it. We'll be back again.
See you later, Gators.
Drink up.
You got craft to do.
Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye.